Hi friends, it's been raining for the past couple of weeks like crazy.
Yep.
Water galore. So we decided to talk about water and how it affects our homes. Probably the biggest enemy we have.
Yes, sir.
Definitely.
Silent killer.
Yep. Well, the most obvious place is through your roof. If you have a big gaping hole in there, or the flashing is coming apart, or loose shingles, water can get in. That's really obvious. But what other ways can it get in?
Speaking of the roof, your chimney is another point of entry for water. Spacing between bricks, needing some repointing in your chimney. Water can get in there and then essentially run down either to the basement or take a detour somewhere and end up in a ceiling somewhere else in the house.
Old caulking around windows, doors, any openings, any vents,
Yep.
anything at all that can dry, and there could be a small crack, and water can simply seep through anything and everything whatsoever.
Absolutely.
Fascia is very common. I had that issue in my house. I had a leak in my coat's closet, and the leak, after popping my head into the attic, I could see that the leak was further away. It was just a small point under fascia where it was lifted just a tiny bit.
Yep.
It was luckily an easy fix. Some compound from Home Depot and splash it over, problem fixed.
And that's a good point. You can have a leak originating on one side of the house, traveling across the whole house, and be on the other side where I can't actually see it. So you have to figure out where it's coming from. A good way to do that is to hire somebody with a thermal camera. They can probably track the leak with the temperature change all the way to the origin.
Right, home inspector can find higher degrees or higher levels of moisture, and that's really easier way to pinpoint where the issue is, because that leak can also be a crack in foundation. So you might have a gutter not leading far enough, or downspout not leading far enough from the home, and water pooling around the home foundation and seeping in through a crack there.
Absolutely. Excellent point. Excellent point. So water generally will take the path of least resistance. So have a good look at your property, from top to bottom. Make sure that there aren't any gaps between your bricks or any spaces in your fascia, that sort of thing. Hire a professional. Have a good look at the property, and take care of your water issues.
There's one more place water can come from, which is not from outside. If you have a lot of condensation in a window,
Yeah.
it can pool, and it could look like a leak, but it's actually not a leak, it's just condensation.
Condensation. Absolutely.
Exactly. Hopefully you found it somewhat useful. Till next time, so long.
Stay dry.